OCD cause memory problems? Yeah, but not maybe in the way that you're thinking. Many people with OCD have a lot of intrusive thoughts. These are the thoughts that just keep raining down in their brain. They don't really want them, but they're happening anyway. So maybe I'm in school, I'm having lots of thoughts, the teacher is teaching something, trying to think through it, I'm trying to remember it. But instead in my brain, I'm thinking, I sure hope I don't say something inappropriate in the middle of class. I'm really holding this back. What do you think I'm thinking about? What the teacher is saying? Or all the things I'm really trying not to do right now? Or I'm trying to remember something for work. I just learned it in the meeting. And the repair people come to my house, they're walking all through. They're using their equipment. And I'm thinking the whole time, I really need to pay attention to this meeting. I need to remember this thing that I just learned, but I'm also checking to see where they're stepping, where they're at, because I gotta clean up all those spots after they leave. So I probably just missed important information that I needed. I've often heard people say, I don't remember much of my childhood, and I would bet because of all the intrusive thoughts that are happening, this is more important. The body goes into fight or flight mode. It says, you are in danger. OCD says you are in danger a lot. So when it's in that mode, it is top priority, fix it. So things that are important that you're supposed to be enjoying life with, maybe you're missing, but not everybody experiences that. Can OCD affect decision-making abilities? Yeah, man. OCD is all about certainty. It wants people to know things for sure. And that can bleed into other aspects of life. You need to make sure before you make this decision. Should you go to school? Should you not? Should you stay at home? Should you be a stay-at-home mom? I don't know. You sure it's okay to send your kid to that school? I don't know. Even small decisions. Should I make this for dinner tonight? Like, it can cause turmoil just to make a darn decision. A lot of times with this, I say, if we're not sure, maybe we're gonna roll some dice. 1 through 3, I'm making tacos. 4 through 6, I'm making burgers. I'm going with it. Even big decisions. Which college am I going to? I don't know. 1 through 3, I'm going to OU. That's where I went to school. 4 through 6, I'm going to, what's another school? Harvard. I'm just kidding. But you get the picture. We make things bigger deal than it needs to be. We make the decision, we see what's gonna happen. Be uncertain on purpose. That's how we feel better. How do I manage intrusive thoughts about my sexuality? Well, what we do is we continue to stay uncertain like we always have. There's a difference between someone just kind of thinking about these things. Gotta think about myself. Who am I? What do I like? What do I feel like? It's just thoughts. Versus someone who's like, I am anxious, I don't know what to do, I'm just thinking about it all the time, I'm checking, I'm doing behaviors, I'm researching, I gotta figure it out right now. It's this like distress. Now that's OCD. So when there are intrusive thoughts that are OCD related, guess what the answer is? Maybe, maybe not. Do I like this? Do I like this? I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. If it's not something someone actually wants and it's causing a lot of distress, because OCD tends to attack what we value and care about, man, we already know OCD is jumping in the picture. Often we say, let's not figure out your sexuality. But I have to know. No, you don't. Because if you're trying to figure out with distress and anxiety and fear, you're not going down the right route. People without OCD or don't understand OCD might not understand this concept. But you think about the question, intrusive thoughts. How do I manage intrusive thoughts? These are thoughts I don't want. They are unwanted, ego dystonic, which means it is just there to pester me. And even if I think I gain certainty on this, it's still gonna make you doubt. So we say, hey, how about, for at least for now, we're not figuring this out. And anytime it pesters you, we're saying, I don't know, maybe someday I'll figure it out. Not right now though. Can OCD cause hallucinations? Sometimes when I get these questions, my first thought is, this person's asking for some reassurance. They wanna know, is what I'm experiencing hallucinations or is it OCD? But maybe not. But either way, man, I don't really see this. I'm trying not to give reassurance because I don't know your situation, but causing hallucinations? Nah. There can be some false memories, false thoughts, false images that the brain's just like, let me make you think anything. Did you hear a voice? Did you this? Did you think of this? Maybe. And so if we're even questioning, we're gonna say maybe, maybe not, just like everything else. Maybe I'm hallucinating right now. That'd be really great. Hopefully. Cool. Maybe nothing's real. That's amazing. But if I'm trying to figure out, am I hallucinating or am I not? Then you're just kind of stuck in that. But what if I really am hallucinating? Well, I guess you'll figure it out later. But maybe not right now is the time we're gonna figure that out with distress and anxiety. How do I set realistic goals for OCD? treatment? Well, you look at your schedule, you see what works for you. You're not going to feel motivated to do it, but I love calendars. You literally put it in. This is when I'm doing this exposure. I'm doing it 6 times today, and I put it in multiple times. You have an alarm that goes off that reminds you. And if you catch yourself not doing these, probably wasn't realistic for you. So you taper down. Maybe it's 4 times a day I'm doing this. Maybe it's 2 times. Maybe it's 1 time. If you're not doing any, gotta reevaluate what is realistic for you. Goals for treatment. If you're thinking, I gotta get these thoughts to go away, that's not realistic. I gotta get this anxiety to go away, it's not realistic because we don't know what's gonna happen. Thoughts could reduce, anxiety could reduce. I mean, most likely it's going to, but I set goals based off of treatment instead of symptoms. Meaning, I've set a goal to do exposures 3 times a day, 4 times a week. That's my goal. We'll see what happens with my symptoms. You catch yourself saying, I just don't have time. Look at what you're doing. You've got time. I bet you do. Even if it's those 5 minutes you're sitting there scrolling on your phone. Let's replace some of those minutes with exposures. Are there any herbal supplements that may alleviate OCD symptoms? Well, people try lots of things. Some people try magnesium. I've heard some try inositol. Some try NAC. I'm not saying you take anything because I'm not a prescriber. Go ask them. But ultimately, what I tend to see is that those just are not enough to alleviate OCD symptoms. The treatment, the behavioral things we've always been talking about, those are the things that work. So people can just be chasing for the next thing. Oh, ashwagandha. Oh, I gotta go take that. I heard this person said it works really well. Microdosing. I have a Facebook group. It's free. You can join it. It's down below. People love to just jump in there and like spam microdosing. They're all scams. Don't fall for it. There are probably some people maybe it's worked for. That's not one of those things I would risk. Behavioral treatment is way better than a supplement or even medication, even though I like SSRIs. How do I deal with triggers related to past traumas? A lot of people actually still use exposure and response prevention with this stuff. Can I have a thought? Can I move closer to this trigger? And I'm gonna change the way my brain's thinking about this trauma. Everyone's gonna be so different. Everyone's trauma is different, but the brains come up with some scenario, some story about how you should feel. And sometimes we need to work through that in a different way. Essentially, can I think about this past scenario and sometimes not make sense of it? I don't need to figure it out. Why did it happen this way? If I only this, my parents this. No, that's just keeping the story alive, the trauma alive. Instead, a lot of it's acceptance. The past is the past. Now is now. The future is the future. Let's live now. So to kind of give you an example, I've shared this in a previous video, but I had a trauma. I would say it's a trauma for me because it was very traumatic. This online bully that just blasted me. Millions of people, millions of followers through all different social medias. It was really mean. Every time I hear that person's name, it's triggering. Every time I see them pop up somewhere, radio, wherever, it's triggering. I cannot get that trigger to not cause some type of emotion. I think that's okay. But if I run from it, it's gonna be a bigger deal. If I face it, it's not. So if it pops up, I'm looking at the news and I see this person's picture, I might take a moment and I'm gonna look at it. Hey buddy, what's up? Great, love it. I'm so glad you did that to me. Really cool. Thank you. I'm responding to it differently. You know, maybe I'll do it again. Maybe not. Cool. Hope so. Love that moment of my life. Great. Awesome. What am I doing right now though that is worth my time? Cool. I'm gonna go hang out with my kids. I'm gonna go help somebody today. A lot of times we don't want to face our past. And I know, yeah, an online bully, blah, blah, blah. Other people have way bigger things, but it doesn't matter. That's the past. This is the future. Wait, this is not the future. Well, this is the future from the past. This is the present. Let's live here. Trigger comes up. How can I sit with it? Change the way I'm feeling. Can OCD be triggered by changes in medication? Yeah, I've seen people take medication and all of a sudden their OCD symptoms get way worse. And then I've seen some that are like, this is amazing. I should have done this years ago. All these things we just came up with for treatment, I don't even care. I don't care anymore. It is really cool. But some people, you never know, could be more depressed on medication, more anxious. They could be really good. You just never know. So you talk to your prescriber, have someone monitor what you're doing to make sure that this is the right thing for you. What I do see a lot of the time is that the first few weeks can be pretty rough for someone starting a medication and they're like, that was horrible, it never works for me, I never tried medication, and I'm gonna tell everybody in the world never take it. But guess what? Gotta get past that hump for things to get better. It tends to get worse before it gets better, but some people just stay worse. I've been taking it for 6 months and it's still bad. Yeah, there's something going on there. You might want to talk to your prescriber. Can OCD lead to agoraphobia? That's, afraid of either leaving your home or leaving your space, just kind of being stuck. Yeah, people's worlds start to shrink when it comes to OCD. Their safe places become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So yeah, I've seen multiple people where we do virtual sessions because they have a hard time even just leaving their home because it's really tough for them. Everything seems dangerous. So if you start seeing your world shrinking, you're creating more rules around your OCD. Even I think of that as agoraphobia. I am controlling things so much that I'm just trying to make it safe. So what questions do you have about OCD? I want to know down in the comments because I want to answer them for you. Thank you so much for being here. And there's other videos here. Go watch that. I'll see you next time. Want to know, are there any herbal bleeds into their how